This talk is intended for educational purposes only. It reflects our opinions and is based on our best judgment, but no warranty is given or implied as to their accuracy. Past performance does not guarantee future performance, and no investment or trading advice whatsoever is implied by our commentary, coverage, or charts. Mario, I need to make you host. You could go ahead and take it over here.
Cool. Okay, hold on a second. How do I do that?
I just made you host.
Okay,
you could just share screen now.
Okay, screen number 2, I think it is. Yeah. And that's it. And now I need to see my chat so that I can see. No, man, not my first rodeo. That's for sure. But it's like new. I'm so nervous every time that I'm talking about stocks. Oh, come on. Okay, guys. So basically, SPY. So I like to do colors because I'm like very visual person. So basically, this is what we have this morning. That was the game plan. Quick recap right here. We have a big gap up. I don't know when was that, like 6 days ago, a couple weeks ago. We started this phase trying to break out of the 323.41, which is going to be our new go-to full bull for the market. As you can see in here, we have the, I don't like those last minute, hour of the day push, trying to break like a major level or something. I don't trust them that much. So that proved me well. The next day was a gap down day. We try to make it a new high. And if you follow anything like, oh, hold on a second. Yeah, there you go. So if you follow like basic trend theory, you should know that if you're in an uptrend, you should be making significant, and the word is significant, right? Significant new highs. So it's not like we're almost there. We almost hit it. We're about to get there. In order for be confirmation, you need to have a significant new high. So we failed to make a new high right here. That's our first time that we gotta be cautious. Then the following day we broke to new low. We make a new low right here. We have some chop right here. I don't know what happened, and we have a nasty close right at the near the lows of the day, right? So this is SPY. That's all we're doing right here. We have a level of 310 that we've been looking for a long time. We had in our dreams wanted to short the 317 to the 310, which is a gap fill. I know I said a couple seminars ago that gap they don't fill. What I meant to say is like not all of them fill, right? So anyways, we have here what it's like, what it looks like a big gap down into support. We look like we were gonna hold, and probably a lot of people were thinking, oh, we're gonna close the gap. Well, it doesn't happen. And we continue into the massive drop. That was the day that we lost like 1,800. Here's when you gotta make a decision as a trader. You gotta make a decision, right? If you short, where do you wanna short? Me, I wanna short right here. I want it to be short right here. Do you guys see my mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you ask me, if you probably ask Mark too, Dr. Mark, I don't know if he's here, but he'll say like, yeah, I want to short like right here, right at the top, right out of the chart. So okay, you can take it. We missed it. You can short right here the 310. You can short right here the H. You can short whatever. Now, if you ask me, Mario, you want to short right here after we drop 2,500 points, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna give those last 100 points in SPY, or I don't know how long it has to go to you, because I don't want to short it right there, right? So we have a big gap up the next day. Now, what do? You trade the trend right here. We have the support right here, or resistance now, which is the 310. We play the short again. We have fun with it, and we close right here, the lows, and then we have the massive rally. I think that was Friday, if I'm not mistaken. That was Friday, yeah. So we did trade this rally. I think we traded BA. That was a great trade on Friday. And then we have another gap down, right? Looked like we were going to break this new whatever, because I don't have anything right there. For me, support is 300, 302. So it looked like we broke. Good luck if you shorted. the play is a long. So that's when we got long BA, we got long a lot of stuff, right? That we started to dump into the gap from yesterday, right? So what we have is a massive move, guys. This is all we have. We have a massive, like I identified three different ranges right here. We're in the yellow one, right? So what was supposed to happen today? I called it today under 309, and we have another, you know, the range at 317. You could call it 315 if you want, but being technically correct should be 317, right? And that's when I'm going to start working this level. So this stands for, I don't know how long we're going to stay here. We only have 2 days right in the middle of nowhere, guys. I'm going to show you the daily chart, right? So we know what we're talking. And this is why we're spending 5 minutes into the SPY, because I don't want you guys getting into trouble. Do you guys see where we are? And let me get my colors right now, because I need my colors. So we're right here, guys. We're in the middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere. We have support right here in the 300, right? And we have some possible resistance right here in the 320, right? So if I want to be a buyer, I want to be a buyer around here if I believe the market is going to continue running. If I want to play momentum, I want to be playing momentum into this area right here, right? Once I get out. And then, of course, when you see it at 320, you're going to say, like, oh, Mario's so dumb. He should have bought it at 312. I don't care. It's not about where I get in, right? It's how much risk I'm taking if I'm waiting for this to be my little stop. So I can take it right here, but we all trade differently. So I'm just letting you know that we're in the middle of nowhere, basically. So I don't know what we're going to find in the charts today, but it's it's going to be likely that we're going to have a lot of stuff right in the middle of nowhere. We go to the volume profile that I know some of you guys are getting familiar with. The way I use it is I use the longer term. I only use one, you see, it's just one per chart. I don't want to get into too much of the minutia in here, how it works, but what it's showing me is that there's a lot of volume that was done between 319 and 322. So now you understand why I'd rather have a 1% stop into new highs if the economy is just going to continue going the way, I'm sorry, they're not the economy, the market is going to continue going without the economy the way it's been going, right? So that's what it is. If I trade it right here, I understand some of you like to trade 315, 317. That's good. That's not my trade, and especially not if I'm thinking on swinging, right? The swings that I have today that I talk off record, like, you know, the BA, the snaps, all of those, you bet they were bought at support, not right here, right? So let's go with the names that we like, and let's start with the work. For the new guys, basically what we do, this is not a seminar. We're not teaching anything. It's just a whole group of friends. We trade together every single day. We share ideas. So what we try to do is we try to do some research together, so we have main ideas that we can execute over the next couple of weeks, ideally, right? When we have such volatility in the market, sometimes we may be revisiting some of the ideas within 3 or 4 days, but usually you will find something from the webinar that we call this, from the hangout, within the next 15 days, so you can trade pretty much every day. Not all of them are going to trigger tomorrow, so you're going to have plenty of opportunities, either airlines, either Boeing, either Apple, either Zoom, whatever it is. We can always refer to this webinar and find something. Okay, so let's start. Kyle, where are we starting?
Social media, Twitter.
Okay, let's do social media, Twitter. So we go to the longer term charts. The monthly is right here, still working with this, whatever we're gonna call this area right here. So we need to break 35.25. What was it called last time? I don't remember. Do we have Twitter last time?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay, we say over 34.25, right? And yeah, support 200 MA. So I'm not loving it. Just the action, right? It's very, very choppy. I know Eduardo is been looking at it. So I like this green bar right here. It looked like it was gonna go when we broke the first time, the 34.25, and then we went for, I think the call was 34 to 40, if I'm not mistaken, but
Right.
we fell
Correct.
short, right? So that's where you have my alerts right here, 38 and 40. I was going to take profits up there and probably a trail out in the 35s. So this one right here is a lot of chop. I don't like trading that. Feel free if you want to trade it. I'm just saying this is not my favorite. Now, if I see a 32, give me, you know, put an alarm. Make sure we know that it's at 32 and we see what's going on. Why? Because at 32 we can fail, we can go 31, and then we start seeing something else. But from the longer perspective, I still want to be somewhat bullish because of the monthly chart, or the weekly chart, I'm sorry. So as long as we don't break 32, I'm okay with Twitter. Target's still 40, but it's going to be one of those ATVI type of plays that I don't really want to get into this mess. Okay, so that's Twitter. Let's go to Facebook, which is the other one. This one I like it. Look at the difference in this pattern, right? We have a big move up, failed at well, gap up to new highs. I think that's new highs, 241. Failed, but we constructing a base right here. So that's 222, I'll say. We held many times. That was a good long into 241. Again, got sold. And then again, we tested 223. So this is pretty much like the market, right? Like we're in the middle of nowhere. That for me is a low odds trade. Talking about if you're thinking about swinging or anything. So what we do, we just put alarms. So I want to have alarms at 228 just so that I look at the action in case we start falling into support, right? What would I do at support? Well, I don't know yet, but if the market starts dropping, I'll probably be shorting to 220 and then going to 200. That's the other thing. We don't trade the price. You cannot just say, oh, at 220, I'm going to short, because I don't know how we're going to get to 220. So for me, it's like, what are you going to be doing at 241? I'll be like, well, that was a great short. You know, 2 times we touched 241 and it dropped to 220. That's 20 points. That's a good move. So I don't know what's going to happen. Now, if I go 241, 21, and then I start seeing volume coming in, and you know, volume's confirmation, guys. Some of the guys were asking today, how do we measure the volume? And that's the way. If you want to have a breakout should happen on volume. So basically for Facebook, I'm going to call it that we're in a clear, I hope you all see it. We're in a clear range. What do you call that technically? Is that a pennant? Is that a flag? Is that a?
Either. Yeah, flag.
Either. Flag, a pennant. They have like many names, and
right.
You can call it whatever
the idea is the same.
The idea is the same. All I care is 220 and 241, right? So please don't wait till we get to 220 to start posting. It'll be very nice if you can start posting like a 223 and you say, hey, remember guys, under 220, we want to, you know, and over 240, hey, if we go over 241, that's what we talk about. That's the level we talk about. Here's the same chart with a little bit more noise, and that's basically it. We go into the weekly, look at the weekly. That looks like a massive rally, beautiful rally. And we're just there waiting for it to make new highs. But we don't anticipate. We wait for the market to tell us when it's going to break, because it's already failed 2 times, by the way. So that's the Facebook. And then we go with the Snap, which is making new highs. So it's good. Nothing to do there. I mean, we just keep whatever we have. That was a good play. We've been riding that one. That's the green line, 1845. Then we come to the daily. Today we finally, well, we've been making new highs. Yesterday we make a high. So it's pretty much the same. Nah, it's not the same formation as Facebook. It's already out. It's just moving. So this one you play it as momentum. All I have right here, if you're wondering, I use Bollinger Bands, right? Here's the other thing, guys. You have to be able or open or flexible to study, read, see different styles, see what works for you, right? I've been trained by many, many people. So from every single one of them, I pick a little bit and I say like, you know what, this guy likes when we are like into 2 Bollinger Bands or 2.5 standard deviations. So I start getting into, you know, so when I see like a stock like Snap start working with that, like over the 8MA, right at the Bollinger Band, guess what? I will assume that that's what is working at this time, so I'll keep it, right? Then it's just like, yeah. Sometimes I see Fibonacci, so that's what I use. I use a fib line, and I say, wow, they're buying fibs, so I'm okay with that. So for Snap, no call for me. It's just all-time highs, and we just continue. So, you know, if you didn't get it when we were supposed to get it, so a little late, you can play momentum, and you know how to play momentum, right? Buy the highs and jump whenever we stop. I think pins might be setting up. This is the one that I posted today in the room, and I like it a little bit. Now, we can do some real research right here. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly, we have massive accumulation, what looks like massive accumulation right here with a shakeout in the 10. So it reads 1950 to 20. So we already have that move. And we have another one. Do you guys see it, or do you want me to maximize this? I think it's okay, right?
I see it.
Okay, over there, 2277, that's the entry, right? And you should have all of this level to support you. And we should be able to hit 25s and 27. So for that one, we have room. That gave us a great opportunity today to buy it, right? Just because we did this and we did test support today as well as yesterday. Well, some sort of support. This is, some people call this a buy setup, right? You have like a new high, because this is a new high, right? It's a new high, and then you have the pullback. After the pullback, you buy the prior day high. That's one of the days when you actually technically can buy over the prior day high. So that's one of the days that I buy prior day high. So that's it. And then you're here. You're just waiting for the breakout. So I'm gonna call pins, and we should be okay over 23. Let's call it 23. Let's give it time, because it's gonna be a big move. We're looking for 25 and 27 as targets. Okay. Doesn't look like much, but it's 10 and 20% move. Okay. In the underlying. That's a lot, guys. It's a lot. I know it's boring because it doesn't move 300 points in a day, but it's 10%. So if you do it right, you will get paid. And then we have here 23, that'll be 2 MA. We already crossed the 200 MA, so we should be okay. Pins. Okay, that's all I know as far as social media. Am I missing something? What's up, Chris?
No.
Okay.
About streamers, Netflix, Roku.
Let's go to the stay-at-homes. This one, I like it. And I thought it was going to be today. Although we hit target. We say 440, 450, and 460, right? So we hit target one, which was 450. Problem is that we didn't have that explosive of a move. So, you know, it's going to take a little, because what we're doing is we have the same pattern in the weekly. So if we come to the weekly, look at that beautiful thing. 400 to 460. At 460, we up 15%. So we are 15% from the base, right? From the bottom of the base. I don't think we have a call versus 400 on Netflix. I don't remember we talking about last time, but this one is one that remains in my radar. I really want to see it to new all-time highs. Well, I don't care about it going into all-time highs. What I meant to say is I want to see it with me being long, making new all-time highs, right? Which is a little bit different. So all we're looking is for 458. The entry that I wanted was this one we called today, 440, because of the, in this case, what I was using was this volume profile right here, right? So I say, yeah, once we go over 440, it's likely that we go into price discovery mode, and target one is going to be 450. Why? Because we have a Bollinger Band right there. So we have 2.5 standard deviation from this, and then we go to 460. Why? Because 460 is a prior high. So it's a good reference. Everybody knows it. Everybody will see it like, oh, target's 458. Yeah, no magic, okay? So we can use that one. So Netflix, we want 460 into new all-time highs, and we're just looking for an entry, basically. Over 460, or 460 is what we call the green line. I just painted green because I like to think like the goal line. So that's like the goal line. That's where we should be. And then we should try, ideally, we're going to have some sort of entry or some type of consolidation into 450. I'm looking at the 60. This is the 30, I'm sorry. So I'm looking at the 30 right here. Looks like a rounded top formation, but if we can go over 450, some people got trapped right here trying to anticipate anyways. No volume on the break. So probably if you want to do something with this tomorrow, like momentum, you can probably go over that high. So over 40, 50, 50 and try to take it for 10 points, which is not bad. Just that one is just as a momentum trade. Okay. And I'm pretty sure you guys know how to trade momentum. So then we go Netflix, and the other one's the Roku, which gave us a great trade yesterday. And here we go. So let's start with the monthly. Not clear. I mean, we have a lot of action. If you go to the left of the chart, you're going to see a lot of bars basically. And then we come to the weekly chart. What we can see here is, if we zoom it in a little bit, is like we have a massive move into target one, which is 133, 140. I think we hit 133, 148. We make gap. 40, that's 40 points. From 60 to 140, that's 80, right? Minus 40. Okay, that's like 30, 40% retracement if you want to do FIPS on that one. So I'll say, yeah, I was looking to go long. That there's my line right there, the 114, 115 that I was so pissed about yesterday, a little bit. Okay, so anyways, that's the line. That was the entry, 115, 122. So what I'm looking for is, what do we know? What do we do now? Because there's nothing we can do. I like it right here. I like the 30 minutes. I don't like the daily. I like the weekly. I don't like the monthly. So when that happens, I'm going to have to wait for a big move in a day. Like, this thing needs to be in play for me to play it. Like, what is a definition of a stock in play? Basically what it did yesterday, right? That's when it's in play. That's what you're going to be. This is the easy money, guys. This is the easy money. You can trade whatever you want, and you can make money in whatever you want. You can trade. Back in the day, we called it Microsoft. Microsoft was at $23 like for 7 years, something like that. It never moved. So you can make money in anything you want. This is what you want. This is a stock in play. This is the one you don't want to miss. Like, when I post this thing to keep an eye on this one, this should be like, if you can only put one stock in your computer, put this one, right? It's perfect. You all know it. That's BWAP if you want to use BWAP. This is the 8MA if you want to use the 8MA. If you don't want to use anything, take it all off. But it's just making new highs, new highs, new highs. Here's the sideways consolidation. You make it. Here's new high. You go long. That's it, 115. So that's what I'm looking for. Second move right here. Why? Because we have this tail right here that hit what I will think is target one, 123. So we already hit target one, 123. We called yesterday 123. We hit it today. So what do I do here? I gotta wait for a bullish formation in the daily. So you know what the bullish formation looks. So let's wait for that. So for Roku, I just want to go long over 140 based on the weekly, right? So Roku will be over 140 for sure. I want to be long. That's a weekly entry, right? And then we can have an entry versus into the 120 to, if we can write 120 to 140, but we need a setup. We need a setup. What we cannot do is we cannot lose for sure. We're going to lose 100. Anybody can see 100, but I want to play it a little bit tighter. So I don't want to see it losing 112, which is the 50 MA, okay? So as long as we stay over 112, right? I want to be trying to go long. And my target one would be 123. Then after we clear that 200 MA, I go for 140. Was that clear, guys?
Yes.
Let me know if I'm going too fast, but it's just Kyle wants me to analyze 100 stocks today, so. Yeah, that's the 50 and the 200, guys. That's all I have. On that clear is the 50 and the 200, right? So the 200, usually, first time you touch it, you know, it's gonna come back. Everybody's looking, so everybody's taking profits in the 200. But it's still a good. Remember, Roku is a tough one to play. So we got the streamers, which is Netflix and Roku. What else do we have? What is the Apple now?
Apple.
Apple, we called it last time, and I say it's momentum. It's gonna go up 10% target. Is that what I said? So 10% for Apple. I think I make that strong mathematical formula. I said 320, that's 350. So we hit it. So we're at 10% up. So it continues to be, Apple continues to be a mystery to me. I don't know how it trades, right? We have 4 big up days into 10% up. The following day gets crapped, and then the following day, it just keeps making new lows. So I don't know where to buy it today. That day would have been amazing. And now today, it looked like we were gonna go. We opened over the all-time highs, and they just sell it. So 355.40, we all see it. We have the entry today, 360, 356. You gotta let it prove herself, right? Otherwise, just buy it at 330, right? Or buy it at 300. But if you wanna buy momentum, you should play momentum. Momentum means he has power. He's making new highs, right? That's my definition of momentum, by the way. So that's how I play it. So Apple over 356. Momo play, and 330, it's support, should be support, right? I think this is kind of easy, actually. Look at that. That's what we're trading, right? I just don't like buying things in the middle. Like I either buy here or short it here, or buy here or short it here, but not like right in the middle. Sometimes you do have a great pattern like this one. And why is this a great pattern? Just 2 cents right here. 323, 350, 10%, pulls back to 330, green bar into here, you go long. That's a good pattern, but you don't get them that often. I mean, that was like, let me see, how's the Bollinger Band. By the way, we exceeded it, so we should have time. I mean, we should have 361 easily just by Bollinger, using Bollinger Bands right there, okay? Remember, you may see it today, you may see it, you may not see it. I may not talk about it the next week because I don't use them. So that's the Apple. Disney, okay, Disney. Oh, so Apple, we have 356, Momo, and let me know if we start going over 340. Pop or Akiva, you guys love Apple, so 340, start gelling, okay? Okay. Oh, sorry, Disney. Disney used to be our money maker when we were buying it at 100, and I love it. So in here, it's just an old mentor of mine used to say, like, well, he uses the word. It's called crap, which is can't recognize a pattern. C-R-A-P, cannot recognize a pattern. So he says, don't force it when you cannot recognize a pattern. What I can recognize is that as long as I'm stayed over 113, I'm good with Disney, but I know there's sellers into 126, right? It's clear right here in the monthly. I'm trying to, yeah, there you go. Yeah, this one won't let me, the weekly, but it's right there. I can do this, yeah. So I know there's sellers into 130, and I know it's buyers into 113. So the way I go is I come in here, and we should have like a lot of our guys telling us is at 113. You can buy again. I'm not sure we saw it. So 113, and then I'm gonna take these off. We're in the middle of nowhere, and you're gonna get so bored. But that was the reason why I spent like 5 minutes doing the SPY. So we know that there's a lot of things that are in the middle of nowhere, just because we have the biggest rally in the history of the market, at least the fastest one, right? So there's my alarm right there, 127. I'm looking at the 200 MA, right? And I'm looking at the 15 MA, which happens to be 114, 127. So play the range if you want, okay? So Disney, 114 and 127. And by the way, there's no etching here. I mean, like, everybody's seeing this, right? Everybody knows the ranges. So just keep alarms, and let's try. Yeah, they've been opening, and people want to go, and they're going to spend more money and everything. But yeah, but the movie's already priced in. You're absolutely right. We made 30% on this thing in like 2 weeks. Everybody was jumping. So that's good. So should we go to the other one? The most owned. And this one, we nailed it. I hope you all guys did and get paid, because I was so tired of mentioning this one. We got target 1, 160, target 2, 180, target 3, 200, target 4, 240, almost got there. So 234, you gotta call it 240. For me, it's 240. We hit it. So now, what's going on with this one? Deep pullback, 180. There's buyers right there. Now, the big question is, are there buyers at 189, 190? I go to the monthly, and well, if I have it at 154, I'm a buyer for sure, right? 154, 160, I'm a buyer, and I'm buying like leaps or longer term, right? Your risk will be like 10%, like 133, you get out, you know? So this is an asymmetric opportunity. You buy this thing for 150, and next thing you know is at 275. So, you know, you have to be on this one. I don't know if you're not in this one. I mean, if you didn't buy it, guys, some leaps, 300 January, I got them for $2.10. They were going for 16 bucks. You take some off, wow. You got some money, and yeah, that's, I mean, Kyle, how many times do you see a stock? We nailed this 3 times from 120 to 240. That's 100% that he's giving.
Right.
You know, it's like literally, I know you guys love Apple. It's like Apple going to 350 to 700 and back to 350. That's what we do. We trade, right? So this has been an amazing trading stock. This is, I know some of the guys that are in the room, they just triple their money just on some of these trades in BA and all of that. So for BA right here, I'm just watching it. I don't want to put good money into bad one. I'm going to be very careful where I buy. I'm going to be watching 180 for sure. However, look at this thing that is showing right here. Do you see it? Can you see it? I'm gonna make it clear. Do you see here? Right? This volume, I don't think is coming from here. We touch right here. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. So 180 is becoming a level. Slowly, it's becoming a level in I think it's higher. Let me just double check that. I want to be a little bit more precise than that. 193. It's a level. So I know a lot of the guys wanted to short it at 192, 191, good. You can make 2 points right there. But if we hold and we go over 200, I'm going to be trying to make 10, 20% on this thing. Just on a bounce, okay? So watch what reaction between 190 and 193. That's going to be like a support. Some of that support that I'm looking in the market, right? So 190, 193. I want to see how we react to that, right? Once we go over 200, that'll be Momo, absolutely Momo trade. And if you want to be more cautious, you can wait for 210. That I have another one right there, 210. And then we go and try to take the prior high, okay? So we're looking for 10, 20% again on this one. Let's see if it's gonna give us another shot. Why not? So that's how I'm planning to trade Boeing, right? All I'm doing is I'm banking on, I'm trying to bank on this pattern right here in the monthly and the weekly, you know, some accumulation. And let's see if it was just profit taking by the people that were making so much money, because you make 100%. So you got to take some off. I mean, it's just right. 700 shares last month at 135. Whoa, man, you weren't here. I bet at the 135. My God, 135 is like where everybody was buying, right? It's when everybody was buying. Over 145, that was it. Okay, Boeing. What else, Kyle? So we got Boeing, we got Disney, we got Apple. What was that? Sorry.
Beyond Meat. BYND.
Oh my God. This is another wild one. My God. So we got over 147, 188 at over 150 to 180. So we did the first trade as called. It went up, and then we have the other 150, but today it failed. And I don't know why it failed, to be honest. It was just B-shape, 167, and it just went down. Let me see if we can make some sense. I'm going to try to find reasons, although, no, is it this one? No. Where is, can find my market profile. Hold on a second, guys. I'm sorry about that. Gosh, where'd he go? When I need you most. Daily. So where's buyers of one? Oh, this is the whole month. This is June basically. So we're still here. We should have some support, some sort of support on 156. Now let's go to see what happened today. Yeah, those old sellers are in here. So 163, 164. That's not what you want to see. This is a balance. So 154 is going to be key tomorrow, guys. If we can go to 154, we may see a bounce to at least 158, 163. And then from there, we take it. But it's a tough one. It's a tough one because I know it moves a lot. So 152, 153, we should be able to hold into this area right here. That 153, 158. If we do, we're in the middle of nowhere again. Told you we're gonna get tired of this. So I'm gonna remove this one. I'm gonna remove this one, and we're back into playing this range basically, right? 147, 148, 150, 180. I think the only one that we can trade, to be honest, is the weekly chart. The weekly chart is showing us like as long as we stay over 150, we should be okay. Now, here what we have is this little thing right here. We're going to clear over 163, which is today's high. I mean, to the green bar. So I'll be looking at 150 by 163. Yeah, 150. I don't want it at 140. I don't trust it at 140, to be honest. Yep. I'm going to do the second one, 150 to 163 to 180. Okay. But I'm not loving it. I was loving it today and yesterday. Not anymore. After that tail, and we have volume today. So what was the volume? 139%, not huge, but that's not what you want to see when you're trying to break the new highs. So it may take some time. So versus 150, watch. And for sure, the green line is 163, 167. I don't know how big was that tail. Let me see that tail. I don't think there was much volume in that tail. I think there was more volume right here, 150. Yeah, call it 163. I don't want that tail. That tail's like target one for scalping at the open. Okay, so 163. Target one is 167 from Momo traders. Lots of robots on Beyond. I don't think so, because it's so wild. I won't put a robot in there, to be honest. Okay, what else we have, guys?
Amazon.
Amazon is, oh guys, I'm all eyes, all eyes. The trade's horrible, I know, but it's setting up. This thing just looks good. 260.40, that was, oh my God, I wish we have those entries right there. So let me just remove the drawing, remove it here. Look at that 30-minute today, did nothing. And yesterday did nothing. So we basically have one day, which is, I think it was Friday, the bounce of 2,500, hold, and it just gaps up, tested, retested here, which is good. Today gap up, so it's nothing. It's just a transition day. So all I'm saying is play the Momo, guys. If you see it moving one day, play it. Can it be tomorrow? It can be tomorrow. Over 2,600, 2660. Give it some room. At least clearing this one, 2672. And all-time highs. Amazon resistance is turning into support. I don't see resistance, my friend, to be honest. Because we make new highs, then we didn't even catch up to there, and then we didn't even catch up to there, and then we didn't even catch up. So it was just like 4 days down into the prior move. You guys know this pattern formation. I love it, right? You come, boom, pull back, and then you buy. That's it. Now, we're lacking the momentum. We're lacking the volume. We should have seen, look at the 3 days under average volume. So we're lacking volume. It's not in play. It's not in play. The day that it becomes in play is going to make new highs for sure. So that's your Momo trade, right? Put the alarm, start the alarm at 2660, 2670, and the day we see it, that's the day it's going to run like 100 points. Okay. Okay. What else? Amazon.
Yes.
I missed it.
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA. Oh my God. This is a process, guys. What I think is, look at the weekly. That's the one in control. That's the chart that is in control. So we've been, yeah, we can call, you know, the actual range is 350 to 380. We're trying to trade the last part of it, which is 370 to 380, right? So you see the 350 right here, clear, so clear, right? So as long as we don't break 350, and remember that NVIDIA can test 350 in 1 day. So it goes 350, it's 10%, like nothing, 2 days, 380, 350. So we're inside this range, and I'm gonna play that range, right? So 350, 380, that's it. That's a pretty solid tradable range in NVIDIA, because it's 10%. Now, if we break 380, you know what to do, right? Just skip it or keep playing momentum over that. The hardest part is gonna be here, because that's when we can get stopped. Technically, your stop should be like 362, so you're risking like 10 points to make 10 points. So for me, risk reward doesn't pay unless I'm like playing momentum like today. We got a great entry today. We got a great entry. Somebody was talking, I think it was Mish, so we got it right here, and we got this move, 371. It failed, right? But you make 3 or 4 points with a tight stop. That I want to do, but that's intraday trading. That's not what we do here, right? So that's NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is in a range, 350 to 380. That's a 10% trade range, so that's a tradable range. Here's another thing. Some of you guys are familiar with the work from John Carter. John Carter is, well, he's a great trader. Great trader. This, what I have right here, is called the Ttm Squeeze. Feel free to use it if you want to. Learn how to use it and everything. Basically, what it's showing is that we're in a squeeze right here. So it's volume contraction. We can see it right here. We don't need the indicator right here, right? Because we can see here the weekly, and you can see that we're in a range, right? For new guys, when you don't know what's going on and you say like, wow, this is chop, it is chop, but we still kind of like in a clear formation because we got to move up. Now we're going sideways. So the moment, what is this showing is that is a volatility contraction right here. So you see the volume bands getting tighter and tighter. Whenever we break, it's going to be explosive. Either side. I'm betting that it's going to go to the long. So over 380, you want to go long. You want to be long, you know, momentum or whatever. Okay. NVIDIA. We're going to go microchips now.
Yeah.
So
AMD.
That's my least favorite of all. So AMD, nothing. Dead money for 2 months, guys. It's a tradable range if you like to trade ranges. I'm sorry, because you can go 52, 57. You gotta nail it, like right. So that's not the type of trading I do. I'd rather wait for it to break 57 or to break under 50. And proof is in the pudding. We've been squeezing for 17 days. So 17 sessions that we have done nothing. That's since the indicator started working. But you know, if you come to if you like what I tell the guys is like that I train is like, yeah, don't go crazy with indicators. See what works for you. If you cannot see that this is doing nothing on the weekly, then you got to work on the basic technical analysis, basically, right? That's what you got to do because it's clear here, 50 to 59. That's it. So we have done nothing for a couple months now, right? Whenever we break, I want to be in. So I want to put an alarm at 57 and I put an alarm at 52, just in case the market decides to hate us again. Well, not hating us because I'm just a click away from going short. So MU, I'd likely that try to break. We have a compression in the monthly and the daily. We have earnings on 6/29. So this one has a catalyst coming. And I sort of like the formation, to be honest. I love trading this one 40 to 50. Used to love it 40, 50. Now it's become 50 to 55. I think it was the last time that we called it. So over 55, over 56, this is a tough one, guys. I was liking it first before looking at the volume profile. Because when you see this, you'll be like, yeah, we can just go blast off on everything. But when you put the volume profile, I'm going to see like, here's the Bollinger Band. Here's this one right here, 54.83. It's a lot of volume that I was just not seeing to the left. And then when you come into the weekly, you're going to see that we're still under this big volume at 53, 57. So I don't know. That looks like real volume right there, 53, and they sold it right there. So for MU, if you want to play the long into, I know we did this formation. Hassan, we did this, right? 46 to 54 these days. So unless you get a clean formation that you like, you can see it right here. You see, pullback, boom, hammer. That's a good formation to trade. It's tough. You can always play 52 to 54, but you know, I don't like calling those because it's like nonsense. It can be taken tomorrow. Like tomorrow is going to go up 2 points and we got nothing to work with. So I'd rather go bigger time frame right here and say 55. Once we clear 55, 58, we're going to own it. Okay. So that's MU. I don't like it. What was the other one that I didn't even know it was? Oh, Marvel. Okay, pulling back. Okay, look at the weekly. That's interesting. Boom, 1, 2, 3, like sort of a, that could be a flag, right? Sort of a flag. So this is interesting actually. Nothing here as far as volume, all-time highs, momentum, over 37, Marvel. Yes, Momo, all-time highs. And that could probably give us just one trade. One day it gaps up over 37, we just go long, or we ride it for 10% to 40, and that's it. It's over for the next, till the next meeting, right? That'll be good. That'll be a good idea. Remember, what we're trading is the weekly chart is in charge, sorry. So weekly is in charge. So that's Marvel. What else? Something fun.
SQ?
SQ. Payments. SQ is looking good, hitting 100. That's target, 101.15. Look at the weekly, look at the monthly. So yeah, people will be taking profits, and they did today. I hope you guys did too. Yeah, we need another entry. Unless we can break 101.15, right? So let's put an alarm right there, 101.15. And 1, 2, 3 days up. I usually don't, yeah, you can't be chasing that thing. 3 days up from 95 to 100 into prior resistance right here, clear on a monthly and on a weekly chart. So there's going to be some sellers right there. We had them. Let it cool down, and let it come to 90, and let's see what's happened. See if we're gonna stay here in the 90, because I like these buyers here from 85 to 90. That was some, well, not the volume. Look at the volume. Volume wasn't that big. It was bigger today actually. So tough one. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it. Just put on, you know, just like all-time highs or whatever, but
Got it.
101.15, 100, rejected. Was that a short? Versus 100. Yeah, it was a short. Yeah, it was a short for 7%. 93 tomorrow, probably. So for me, we'll be chasing, so I won't do it. SQ, PayPal. Similar but different. This one's making new highs, right? This one's making new highs after earnings. That's one of my favorite gaps right there, which is a continuation gap from 130 to 139. Just continue and just continue to make new highs. We up 130 to 164, 34, like 20 something percent after the gap. So that one I like, but I want to see a pullback so that I can get in. So we're at Bollinger Band right there. Likely a pullback to DMA to 155. That'll be something that I want to be aware of. So 155. I don't know how, I don't know how you guys trade this, but that's how I like to trade it. Like, yeah, you can play Momo any day, so just buy the long. But when I'm thinking I'm putting like swing trades and everything, I don't want to be the guy buying PayPal at 165. Where was I? Like, was I hiding under a rock when he was at 110? Right? I'm paying like 50% more. So at least give me a discount, like a 10%. 20% pullback. That's why it's so hard, guys. When markets at this high, to just jump in. And banked, okay, some people make money on SQ. Yeah. PayPal. As always, you can always make money on any trade, guys. You can take any trade, you make money. Tesla, how about Tesla?
Nice.
That was an amazing trade, guys. The setup in Tesla. This, I'm gonna put it right here. That's a cannot miss. Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful. 950, 1,000, 2 days. That was it. 3 days, I think it took. 1 to 3 days. So now, because we trade in the future, we got to put trades tomorrow to get paid. Not on what we did. So everybody's looking at 1,000. Everybody's looking at 1,000. 1020. I saw some discussion today in the room, but I don't even pay attention because I wasn't interested in trading Tesla today. Reason being, we're trading below average volume. So if you're seeing Tesla at 78%, what the heck are you doing trading at $1,000 stock when it's not even in play? I mean, not me. I cannot do it. I'm sorry. I'm going to be breaking my rules. But I like this formation. I like this formation, especially after what we have. We have you see the gap right here? You see the gap right here? You see the gap right here? Beautiful. Boom. This one, okay, yeah, but this is what they call a novice gap. Why is a novice gap? Well, you've been going up for 350 to 1,000, something like that. And then the last time you took a break was at 833. So you have like 200 points. And you gapping him up, right? Careful. Might be a trap. So that one filled. I like it. We can play momentum over 10, 12, guys. Yeah. And it's coming. Friday's coming. I said it just once, Kyle. I only said it once, right? That was just a one-time thing. You still there, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm here.
Up. Shut your ears. It's like he loves setting up for Fridays. No, I don't want to do it. Last Friday it wasn't good last Friday. Anyways, 10, 12. So we're trapping these shorts right here, 10, 13, 13, and then we go over 10, 28, which everybody's going to be watching, of course. This is so simple. This is so simple because it's going to be just momentum, guys. Now, if we go 950, I want to know. I want to know, okay? We go 950, I want to know. Why? Because we want to evaluate what's going on right here. We just make a new high. If we go to 950, that means we make a lower high, right? So that gets me into, okay, let's see what's going on. Are we coming back to 900? Are we coming back to 824? Otherwise, I don't want to be messing with this thing, okay? So you got my alarms. Let me know, please. Here it is. You see a 950? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know right here in this area. So that's Tesla. What else? Another killer.
QCOM?
QCOM.
Qualcomm?
Yeah, Hassan, that goes for you too. Yeah, man. YOLO, right? Yeah. Qualcomm. I like Qualcomm. It's in a big range. It's it moves. We have the good entry. I don't have anything on this one. I have zero exposure because I saw the move and the move was like 10%, pretty fast. So that was enough for me to get me out. And then we go to the left and you see like all of these areas right here, right? And you can see it here on the month, on the weekly. So, but if we go over 91.57 that I just saw right here, yeah, you're into something, man. It's just
about 92.
Yeah, 92 to 95. Yeah, you can do 92, 95. Yeah, that's a good day trade. Momo, again, same concept. Same concept. It's just like right there. Just put it a green line. for me, that's not really a green line because I think it's just the green line should be like 96 for me, right? That's the one I want. That's the green one I want. So let's call this a Momo into 96 and let's get lucky and we break to new highs. But I like it. I like it. Welcome. Guys, you guys wanna go into the banks now? 92
Yeah, I saw a
looks
comment for
good.
JPM.
Okay. So Qualcomm, what else? Okay, welcome. You let me know on your, okay. JP Morgan. I think JP Morgan, we have the first move. Second one, we didn't. Yeah, we have the 105 to 115. We did that one. Good. The 118, we're still missing. So that's for next year, I think. Here's the trouble with this. Here's the problem. And that's why we refer to the bigger time frames. Because sometimes we don't know why things fail. Like, yeah, in this case, we can say, oh, it was a 200 MA. Yeah, that's a good thing. And usually it should fail. So we have the 200 MA. On top of that, we have the biggest volume in the weekly. So I know that's going to be so hard. That's why the target was 115. So we hit it, right? Question is, I assume what you guys want to know is where the short was 115. Where to buy again. And I'll be happy if we see 90. Are we going to see 90, 89? The monthly says we could, unless we have some buyers stepping in, because I don't have anything on the weekly. So the only thing I have here is like $90. And if I go to the daily, yeah, this base right here. So, and all it takes is a couple bad days in the market, by the way, guys. It's just, I know it sounds horrible. It's just 10% down. So this could be played short under 95. But the real short, you know, well, we totally missed it if you really wanted to short. So I'm assuming you're just asking to go long, right? So if we're asking to go long, I want to evaluate action versus 90, 95, that area, because I don't know where it's going to stop, where the buyers are going to step in, if they're going to step in. Or you can try again the second time, the same break that we have for the prior week, the 105 to 115, but then it's not going to be as clean. I don't think it's going to be as clean as last time, right? So probably it's going to be 105 to 110, 111. Okay?
GS.
So basically, I don't know what to do, right? Goldman's a little bit better, and I think we talked about that since before, just because we're over this area right here. See the difference? This one's over 206. So if we can clear anywhere like, oh, and we're over the 200. I think that was another annotation that we put on the last meeting that we have. So I don't know if it's a better bank, but if we want to play Momo, we can play the 200 as support, and we can go 210, 215, target 230. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down. GS 200 daily MA. Basically, that's what we're working with. And probably a 210, which is trapping the sellers from today. If you want more confirmation, you can do 220 to 230, which is not big. I mean, those are like wimpy targets, but yeah. We're talking swings again, guys. If you take 10 points intraday, that's awesome. Yes, what else? Doku, that's new highs. Yeah, it's new highs. Just continue to make new highs. Play Momo. Following pretty much the Bollinger Band. We almost touched it today. Last time we touched it, it went back to the MA. So could go 143. How aggressive you want to go with that one, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't like, I mean, my expertise is not that good into shorting this type of uptrends. It's just, you can probably make a good move in here, but you never know. Tomorrow just gaps up and the whole market gaps up, and I don't know. Is that the best short? I'd rather short the SPY, to be honest. Instead of that one, I go for the SPY, and I know it's going to break a range, and I just hit it, right? And I know should bring everything down. So that was Doku.
Google.
Google hasn't done much, right? Nah, still there. So yeah, 1480 to 1530. Yeah, 1480 to 1530, just in case he decides to move. Wow, that's like dead money for almost a month now. Okay, what else? Nicola. Now that's capitulation. That's it. So far.
Wow.
Yeah. They changed the name. They came up with I just saw it like a couple days ago. Finally, what is it that they do? They have some hydrogen, I think, trucks. And be my guest. You can always play it. I don't know if this thing even have options. Sub 60.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you can, Christopher, 60 to 40. You have a big, let me show you something. Let me show you. Look.
The alligator.
Yeah. And by the way, there's a software, and they have a strategy that is called the alligator. So I think I heard it somewhere else. I don't know. Probably it's been around forever. Anyways, mine's the only one that has teeth, right? And you can do a bird, and this is the alligator. So anyways, yeah, 60 to 40. Can we do, Kyle, can we do options on this one?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's buy some 50s. This is the capitulation. This is the day where the big guys short, right? This is what they do. This is what they short. They should be here, Now we just in the middle. I mean, like 70, you can even pop it, and then on the 60, yeah, I can totally see it. I can totally see that trade. I don't think it's gonna be on my priority, because then I probably can make that money somewhere else, unless I'm like what I just said. Like, yeah, I'm buying like 40 or 50 puts 30 days out or 60 days out, and that thing goes to 20. So yeah, I'll make a lot of money. But so what else? Go Gators.
Shop.
No way. Shopify. That's like making new highs all the time, right? That's $800 now. Well, about to. I like the weekly pattern. I like the chart. Problem is that we're late. Should have been buying this. Didn't we have an entry at 760 last time? Because that looks like we talk about it. That looks familiar to me. Shop. No, we didn't.
Yeah, not on my notes.
Not on my notes. Yeah, we know how to play this one. It's just look at the weekly. That's it. That's all we have to do. Look at the weekly. 844, 850, 700 to 844, 850. So just go long whenever we break into new highs. It's got the squeeze, so that means that it wasn't doing anything like for a couple of weeks. So that should have, ideally, we should have that momentum exploding. We have a good move a couple of days ago on a higher than average volume, so that should tell us something, right? So if we can rest, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put a line in this one, because I think when this one explodes, the problem is that it's expensive. I don't know how much is an option. And I like to scale in and scale out. So, you know, they're too expensive. I just, I don't know. So the CEO gave false info on the product. On what?
About Uber and Lyft.
Uber, Lyft. Okay, Shop, Uber, Lyft, work, and Zoom. Shop, Uber. Man, dead money. Yeah, over 38 on the 31. Can you play it? Can you play? Yeah, you can play 34, 38 all day long, all morning long. But we're inside a range, clear. I don't see much there. I think Lyft is a little better, or it did move. Yeah, it gave us a good move. Yeah, for the 32 to 40. That was a good move on Uber. That's from last time, guys. That green line. That was the entry. We did that trade. So that was a swing. That was a pretty good swing. Now I'll probably put an alarm. The problem is that we have 47 here on the weekly. So I'll say, yeah, 40 to 47. Why not? 20%. Can live with that. Before that, I don't really want to mess with this. And I don't know if the economy is going to continue with that. So yeah, we go to the airlines. You bet I won't miss the airlines. So that's Uber, that's Lyft. What else? Grub? No, that Grub
ZM?
was CRM? Oh, ZM.
Yeah, ZM Zoom.
We have the break at 224.53. That was a horrible break, to be honest, because it got sold, right? It's just, this is like, okay, I get it. That was the day of they run it up into earnings. That day they brought it down, back up, make a new high, pull back, held, try to make a new high, sold it, try to make a new, but I think this was, no, that was not Friday. That was Friday, yeah, Thursday and Friday. So finally we make a new high, which is extremely bullish. So we go 232 and it's extremely bullish. So now we are at 243 and we're in the middle of nowhere. Do I need to make a call on this one?
No.
It can easily go to 224. Over 225, over 245, go long. Yep. Or watch the 224. So we got 224 by 243, 244. Zoom. 244 by 2. Man, I haven't traded this thing in a while. I missed a good trade. I think it was pre-market. I mean, pre-earnings. Should have been in that one, the pre-market, pre-earnings run. They pump it all the way. That's Zoom. Man, remember when we used to trade it 120? Yes. They grow, man. Zoom, CRM. That looks good, Tanner. That looks good. That's setting up. I like that one. Yes, that's what I like. Yeah. Yes, sir. 184. Guys, if I'm missing something on the chat, please help me up and repost, because if I start going and looking if I'm missing something, it's going to be so hard. And I'm trying to do like 10 things here at a time. So 180, 181, okay, 180, 140. I like it. I like it, Tanner. I like the daily.
With 195 as a target?
Yeah, 185, 195. CRM. I think we discussed this one last seminar, last webinar.
Yep.
We
Same
did,
level,
right?
185.
Yeah. So it's the same. It didn't trigger. So Let's hope. Keep us posted, man. Before, please, one in CRM and work Slack technologies. Wow. Oof. This is a bearish gap, guys. You see? That's what we're talking. Like you have a massive run. It totally changes the direction of the stock, right? It was clearly in an uptrend. Out of the blue, something happens. It just went down. So I'm not too bullish into this one. I know we will be tempted to go over 34, which will be a trap. So we can totally do that, right? Over 34, you can trade it for 10% up, right? But don't be surprised if we call it on the 34, on the 32 also to the short side for another 10%. So we have 10% up, 10% down, right? That's the one that if you've been with us for a while, you remember that I used to call it versus. So that's versus 34. I'm gonna trade it versus 34, basically, you know, because of the gap. I don't think the gap. Oh, it's trading. Yeah, after hours is already down 32 points. It's at 32. Sorry. So we're gonna be like right here. Not too late. Not too late. This would have been awesome to see it today. Look at this. Sellers, 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 sellers. 34 is resistance for this one. So work. Ed, aren't you watching this one? Man, 34 is resistance for this one. On the 32. So let's play that range, 32, 30, 37. 32, 34, I'm sorry, 30, 34, 37, 30, 34, 37. That's a 10% move that we can get. Yeah, man, but 34, that's sell at 34. Okay, keep me posted on 34 anyways. So I'm gonna put here, right here at 33.85. Well, it's around 34. I thought it was 34. It's 33.85, 33.50. And this could be a trade. This could be a trade for 10%. Yeah. Yeah, we can test 30. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay. So that's Slack. That's work.
Did you want to do the airlines where you have like 5-10 minutes left?
Airlines, American Airlines. That was amazing. No, but that we already discussed it last week, right? We did. Was that last week? Oh man, yeah, that went up like 100%. That was amazing. Yeah, this was another huge winner. So technically, it's doing something like Boeing, right? My entry ideally was 13. I missed it. We got a second one. Now I want to own it. Wow, over 20, I think. It's from the weekly right here. 18, 19 bucks could be aggressive. 20. But now we're looking for 50%, just 50% return to 22. This is crazy, guys. This was once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, to be honest, Jesus Christ, that was crazy that day. So AAL, what else? Yeah, it was last week, the last hangout. I know Delta Airlines, similar. We got the green line, that one right there. And I think we have targets at 35, 38, 45, the same. What we need is an entry. And the problem with these guys is technically I don't have an entry here that I feel comfortable, and I cannot call it because I'm already long these things. So in here, I feel like a farce, basically calling it like 50% higher, right? So unless I see like a really, really good entry, risk reward that I will feel like, okay, I gotta take it. I don't feel like calling them here. So we got AAL, we got Delta. I'm just gonna go over the ones. I know Louvre was presented here once. Safe, Spirit Airlines, but it's the same. I mean, we're Jesus, we're in the middle of nowhere. I'll give in another 8 days. If something appears, I promise you, I'll post charts and the entries because it's so hard here. SPR is the other one, the supplier for Boeing. This is a Boeing supplier. So that one doesn't look as bad. This one actually, if it goes over 30, could be something I'll do because I got like 20, I got 30% right there. This is a target, 30 to 39. So yeah, SPR, let's watch SPR. And thanks for that, Ed. He's a pilot, so that's he's my go-to for anything flying. He's gonna fly us to Bahamas one of these days anyways, but so 30, nice. 39. So SPR, right? Yeah. Azul, that's Brazilian, right? The Phenom 300. Yeah, you better trade bigger then. Because I don't know how expensive is that one. Azul doesn't look that bad. It's just the same, guys. Well, in this one, I don't have anything, so, but it's still 50%, 18. I don't know. I will wait. If something really happens bad with the market, you know, the cases that we having, like today, they sold it out because of the number of cases in Florida, hospitalizations in Texas. You know what the market can do, guys. Like, I hope that, I remember when I used to talk to you guys like some months ago, and I told you like the old stories, the war stories, when I lived through the flash crash, and I told you that it dropped like in 15 minutes, like 1,000 points, and you were looking like me, like, yeah, what is this guy talking about? Since we were in VIX 12, and all you have seen, most of you that have only been trading for a couple of years, all you have seen is just up by the pullback, by the highs, and it's going to work. And now we got the experience of COVID, which is basically taught us why, why the markets work the way it works and why it's so important to have a good track record over 10 years or 20 years, because you can make a lot of money 1 month, 2 months, probably a year, and then in one bad week, you blew it all. That's it. I did it. I've done it. I'm talking from experience. So I know when we say like, yeah, it's at 12, I can buy it at 12. Your stop could be 50% below, $8, and that thing can drop 50% tomorrow if some bad news happen. So I don't feel comfortable right here, with point of control at 8. Now, what did I call what is it? The SPR? It's a little different. Well, it's not that different. Well, it's 20, so 27 to 20. And it's not an airline, it's a supplier. So you get the point. I hope you get the point. Let's talk oil. Occidental, we got that one. Pulling back, it's oil. Look at the base right here on the monthly, on the weekly, sorry. So that played out perfectly. We've been doing that for months now, if not to say a year, since we started with ATVI. And now look at the monthly, we're still there. We're not that extended, right? It all depends on how, I don't even know what this thing does or how the balance sheet of if it's gonna go bankrupt. I know Chesapeake went bankrupt and now they're, the government's gonna be buying bonds for everybody. So is this gonna be one of those? So if this one starts moving again, well, I would like to buy it at 14 again, if they allow me. We can buy Momo, but you have to play Momo on this one, guys. Everything that we're calling for airlines and oil, it's just Momo. 21 to 25, boom. If we stay over 25, go for 30, right? So Occidental over 21 to 25 to 31. My target on this one is like I have something really out. The other one that we have the Apache. Apache's some days when you see it, when he's trading, everybody's talking about Apache because he just goes and goes and goes. Now look where it is. It's just a total mess. If you're swinging it, you're not far from stop. So I like this one. Actually, it's only 10%. Look for an entry into, actually that's a green line that we have before. So the 14, just play it technically. Don't care about fundamentals because it's, I don't know anything about fundamentals. So I'll say 14 to 19, 14 to 20, 14 to 17 gives like 30%. Apache and then XOM, which I heard is the best balance sheet, but it's not doing anything either. And I don't see the volume, guys. The volume is like not there. Very hard. Some 5G next session. The 5G, I think Marvell is 5G. The
Qualcomm
Marvell,
has some.
Qualcomm has some, but I think one of the big ones is Marvell. So over 37, and I think Broadcom, no, AVGO, not anymore. Wow, this is interesting. Why is the point of control up there? Wow, they have a big base. Guys, if we can break 332 in Broadcom, this thing can go. Wow, that's something, that chart. I mean, it's not that far. I'm just gonna put an alarm right there and I'm gonna watch it. If my alarm clicks, like today with, what was it that it clicked? Oh, Cisco. No, but Cisco does nothing as far as trading. Yeah, Cisco over 49 over 50. Then we talk. Peloton, guys, Peloton. Taking a break, but I think this one, if we break two new highs, that's a long two. Momentum, Peloton over 52. Momo. Spot. We got that one today. Look at the chart. Look at the weekly. Beautiful. So this saved me because I have alarms. That was the only way that I can, why I was in this trade, because I had the alarms. So that's what I emphasize, guys. It's so important you have the alarms. Even if I trigger, right, go back and put it back again. Like right now, I'm gonna put it 196. Not that I want to see it. Hey, you never know. It may come down tomorrow, and then we go to a 60-minute chart and we see. Like, this is the perfect trade, guys. Look at this.
Yeah,
that's Roku yesterday, right? A spot today. Beautiful. So you want to be in these trades. And it all starts with the longer term, when you have all these people involved, solid base, and then you have the move, and you have the confirming volume, which right there, I just gave you a strategy.
All right, Mario.
Okay, my friends.
That's a wrap. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.